Now let's go and see some benefits and the advantages of cloud computing. So what are the different benefits and the advantages of cloud computing that we'll see here? Now I told you, I think, about the cloud history, right? How the cloud came into the existence and how this concept is really old. But with the advancement of the technology, with the advancement of the internet and the advancement of the electronic equipment, your memory, your processors, this uh, this technology has been popular nowadays. So the cloud computing has been around for approximately 2 decades, and despite of data pointing to the business efficiencies, cost benefit, and competitive advantage it holds, a large portion of the business community continue to operate without it. Now, what it is saying is, it is saying that this particular technology is not a new technology; it is a very old technology, and people are using it for making the more efficient business, making the cost benefit, and it has the different advantages. So based on that, they are using it. Now, according to the study by the International Data Group, they says that around 69% of the businesses are already using cloud technology in one capacity or another. So it says that overall 69% of businesses are already shifted to cloud. Around 80%, 18% says that they are planning to implement cloud computing solution at some point. And saying that around 80% people, they are shifting, they are in near future, they want to shift into the cloud computing solutions. At the same time, Dell reports that companies that invest in big data, cloud, mobility, and security enjoy up to 53% fast revenue growth than their competitors. So it says that when you are shifting to new technology, definitely as a business, as a firm, as a business group, if I am adopting the new technology, definitely I am increasing my revenue. People are more adaptive towards that particular technologies, and people are looking for new technology for their convenience, right? That's why the Apple are so famous among their competitor. Why? Because they are putting a new technology uh, in their upcoming products, and that's why the Apple is so much famous, so much successful nowadays. And people are looking for those companies uh, who are willing to adopt new technologies like cloud, like big data, mobility, security. All those uh, all those technologies has to be adopted by different business giant or tech savvy, you can say. As this data shows, an increasing number of tech-savvy businesses and industry leaders are recognizing the many benefits of cloud computing trends. And what it is saying that it is saying that many tech-savvy giants, they are looking for the technology like cloud computing, and they are interested towards that. Why? Because they find out and they realize the advantages of these technology. But more than that, they are using this technology to more efficiently run their organization, better serve their customers, and dramatically increase their overall profit margin. Let me tell you one thing. You all know about Netflix, right? Because in the lockdown you might have subscribed for the Netflix and all. Now the Netflix is, do you know they use a cloud infrastructure? So total infrastructure of the Netflix has been shifted to AWS, Amazon Web Services, and Netflix are running on Amazon Web Services, which is cloud. Now you might have seen the advertisement where 5th and 6th December, if I'm not wrong, they are making it free to the Netflix is free to all in India. So 5th and 6th. So what are the subscription of the Netflix? Let me tell you one figure. Let's say that 10% of the Indian population are the subscriber of Netflix. Now they have opened to all. It means that, let's say, maybe 20-30% people, they might have used the Netflix on these 2 days, right? Now to adapt the 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 load of 10% to 20% means the double the growth or the double the subscription. So how they have come up these easily. Now, let me take you two scenarios. If they have their infrastructure by their own, and if they are using the cloud services. So definitely they are using the cloud service. Let's say they are using their own infrastructure. So their own infrastructure is sufficient for 10% of the people in India. Now the 5th and 6th of December, the increase of the load will be done, right? So there is an increase in the load, so it will be double. So their infrastructure should be double. Let's say they have invested 20 crores to make their infrastructure for India, and they are saying that in 5th and 6th it is free. So definitely number of people will be more to use it for 2 days because it is Saturday Sunday. So definitely the load has been increased. So fulfill the requirement of these much of load, definitely they have to increase their resources, and they have to put again 20 crores to fulfill the requirement. But it is very funny thing, right? They are using the cloud service providers. So it is the responsibility of cloud service provider to fulfill the requirement, right? So at that particular day, these 2 days, the load on Amazon Web Services or Amazon AWS is more, double than the usual day for the Netflix. And Netflix doesn't have to buy anything for that day, right? So it is a headache of the Amazon Web Services, right? Which is increasing their capacity for these 2 days. And what Netflix has to do, they have to pay for these 2 days only. Means it is a paper use basis, right? So on these 2 days the load will be more, definitely they have to pay more. But the thing is that they doesn't have to buy it. It is not a liability. They will just put these 2 days for the promotional purposes. Definitely the people will be increased, so the revenue will be generated in that way. So you just assume that if Netflix has their own infrastructure, so for making it free for 2 days, it is a very big or headache for these company. But because they are using the cloud services, so it is very easy to do that. The same thing will happen to those days where the people are looking for more hit on their site, like Big Billion Day or Christmas Day or Diwali Day sales, right? So in the big e-commerce company like net that what is that Amazon or Flipkart. So what will happen in these two companies are using the cloud services, so they doesn't have to worry about it that how many hit has been done on that particular day. So it is a good revenue model for the business firm, and they can easily utilize it as we have seen the characteristics of the cloud. So it will be a benefit for the cloud service provider as well as the customer who are using the cloud services. So that's why it is very much famous. Let's see some advantages of cloud service providers, cloud computing services. So the advantages are, we have mainly categorized into 10 advantages. We may have more than that, but more or less it is it is these. The first one is less cost. Less cost we have seen, like if we have the computing infrastructure that we are buying, and if we are using the computing infrastructure which is uh, already there for with the cloud service provider, so what is the advantage? So we have find out that it is less costly. The second is 24 by 7, it is not 4. So 24 by 7 it is available, right? So it is not my headache to look for my backup. It is not my headache to look for whether my server is online or offline. It is the headache of the cloud service provider, and cloud service provider make sure that you will be available 24/7. Flexibility in the capacity, right? So whatever capacity it has, we can increase, we can decrease. It is flexible. Overall functioning means, see, wherever you are, in which country you are, you can use it through the internet connection. Is very much making the collaborative effort will be very easily among the companies. So that's why it is very much famous. Automated update of the software, right? We doesn't have to bother about the software that we are using. It will be automatically updated and we'll get new updated software all the time. Security, they are looking for best security that they have, and they will provide to the customers, so that customer intact will be more, and people will be and people will think that it is more reliable resource to store our data, store our sensitive data. Carbon footprint, so as we are not buying buying those computing resources, so definitely the carbon footprint will be less, very less. And then we have enhanced collaboration. We can collaborate it very easily if we are having all the data in the cloud. Control in the documents, so whatever document related to my firm is, it is in my control. It is not in the control even to the cloud service provider. Then we have easily manageable. We can manage it very easily. If we want to put some more software to the my infrastructure, I can do that. If I want to use some new way of doing business, I can do it. So it is very much easily managed infrastructure, and with some clicks it can be done. People are enhancing these services so that it will be more convenient for the customers, and it will be more convenient to be used by the customer. So that's why people are looking for convenience first, right? That's why the Apple products are very much famous among the consumer. Why? Because it is very, very, very much easier and convenient to use, right? It has different type of gesture. It is taking care of different type of need of the customer, and they are making their product based on the fulfillment of these requirements. So you can see that if we are making it more easier, more convenient to be used, more manageable, and will provide it more easily to use those products, definitely customers will be more attractive towards those products. So these are some advantages. Here I have written the some facts as well as what are those advantages are in detail. You'll just go through it and find out by yourself that why these advantages are there in the cloud and how these advantages are benefiting the customers.